YouTube, what's good? Senju, back at it again with another video. So today we're doing a dual review. We are checking out the FAL and the AUG. Now for those of you who do not know, way back when season 1 was released, I did a review on the FAL, and my main issue with the FAL was the fact that the damage was just inconsistent, man. It felt like anywhere from close to mid-range, you just weren't doing anything. You weren't hitting hard enough to really put fear into people's hearts when they ran across you and you were using a FAL. They would almost always grab a growl and just toss you to the wayside, let you swim away with the dolphins, and that was my main issue. Now, somewhere between season 3 and 5, they decided to buff it. I believe it was in season 4 actually, and then shortly after that they pretty much nerfed it. And it really wasn't even a nerf. Like, I want to put the lightest emphasis on nerf, because it really wasn't. What they did was they remodeled it so that it was more of a skill gap between spamming body shots and getting headshots. So now with 2 headshots for the FAL, you can successfully down somebody, but with 3 body shots, you'll be able to break the armor and down somebody. Now, to put this into perspective of how strong the FAL is now, it's literally to the point where if someone hits you with 1 headshot, your armor is gone. It is finito. Deleted. You're not recovering from that. So if someone breaks your armor with 1 headshot and you have an entire team following up at you, you will die so quick that you thought the fear of God slapped you across the face. That's how hard this thing is hitting right now. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the build that we have for the FAL. We are running the mono suppressor with the Commando foregrip, the granulated grip tape, the VOK optic, and the forged tack stalker. Now, we are running the Commando foregrip to just reduce the amount of visual and physical recoil that you receive with this weapon. We have the monolithic suppressor to give us the additional 7.5% range. And I realize that a lot of the builds that go around require you to put barrels and stuff on it. Here's the thing, man. The range that you're going to be using the FAL at does not require you to use the barrels. It's nice to have so that you could extend your close and mid-range damage out there. So if you really want to, you can, in fact, just get rid of the Forged Tack Stalker and slap on an XRK Marksman, which by all means, I have no problem with. In fact, I think this is actually what I'm going to run inside of Warzone, because even while I'm saying it, having a extended damage range sounds a lot better, because typically your close damage range is the highest damaging value that you have. So extending that is most likely what you're going to want to do. So we're going to have the XRK Marksman along with the Commando foregrip, the granulated grip tape, and all 3 of those are going to act in correlation to basically reduce your recoil and give you extended range for as much as possible without having a huge detriment in any other category. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that some of these attachments have hidden stats. The monolithic suppressor, although we know it gives you an additional 7.5% range, also has a hidden stat that gives you plus 50% to your bullet velocity. Now, for the VOK sight, even though it has a pinpoint clear reticle where you can really see everything at 3 times zoom, it also has a hidden stat of plus 10 to your control or stability, whichever you prefer to call it, meaning that you have 10% less recoil for whatever weapon that you slap that on. Now, let's get to the real star of the show, the AUG. Talking about the AUG, I bet you're wondering why I'm going over this thing. So, let me put something out there. The AUG has the highest damaging capabilities out of every SMG, and I bet you're going, what, this man's crazy, the MP5 is out here, the Fennec is out here. Now, there is no doubt that the Fennec will put you to sleep, but what I'm telling you is that the AUG fills the void of what an SMG is supposed to be able to do. The SMG is supposed to be a hard-hitting close combat weapon, and we haven't really had a significant one of those since the Fennec was involved in the meta, and even then the Fennec was never hard-hitting. It just shot damage at you so fast that if you got caught up in the lane with the Fennec and they were able to hit enough shots, you fell. But it was never the Fennec is just hitting too hard to deal with. And it was never one of those weapons where if you ran into it, you felt like you needed to go in the opposite direction because you needed to rethink how to kind of outplay the guy who's running that weapon. However, the AUG fills that category. So let's talk about the AUG for a second. The AUG features a faster fire rate than most of the SMGs in the category. However, what people are going to mostly use is the MP5, and I'm going to explain why that's not what you want to do this season. The MP5 has been nerfed a couple of times, mostly due to its 10mm round conversion kit, which allows you to basically have extra damage at longer ranges. Now most of everybody is running an MP5 with 45 round mags, and the only reason why the MP5 is quote unquote outclassing every other SMG is because of its superior mobility stat and the fact that it has a extremely fast fire rate with pretty consistent damage, allowing it to have the fastest TTK up close for the SMGs inside of core game modes. Now when we come to Warzone, you have to factor in armor, you have to factor in latency, you have to factor in the fact that people will be hiding behind corners, you have to factor in the fact that you may not be able to cover certain ranges with that MP5. And when we talk about that, we need to understand that the objective of Warzone is to burn through that armor as fast as possible to get to that original health bar so that you can get them out of there. The MP5 does not excel at that. It's consistent, but that's not its job. The MP5 gives you superior mobility and allows you to basically deal with targets up close and at mid-range while allowing you to weave your way in and out of sight of fights, but it doesn't have something like superior damage that allows you to really get in there and deal with that target and still gives you decent mobility at the same time. So talking about the AUG, why do I think the AUG is now the best SMG inside of Warzone? Well, let me tell you something. When we talk about the AUG and its damage values, just like all of the other SMGs, we'll mainly compare this to the MP5, it features a 34 per bullet damage value to the torso within a 12-meter range, and that's minus the monolithic suppressor, which extends the range by an additional 7.5%. That's minus any kind of barrel that you may want to put on there. That's minus a lot of things, so you can really extend that 34 damaging kill range, which was initially 12 meters. Like, you can really push that out there. But here's where it gets good. After crossing some numbers and doing some math in my head, I realized that the Galil, otherwise known as the CR56 AMAX, and the AUG shared the exact same damage profile up close, meaning that they will deal 34 damage and, you know, yada yada yada, 30 to the legs, 30 to the arms, so forth and so on. But here's where it gets extremely good. The Galil, or the CR56 AMAX, as we know, is completely broken inside of Modern Warfare because of the amount of damage they could do at range. We know this. We know how fast it can down you. So when you say that you have an SMG that has the exact same damage profile, but shoots faster than the Galil at 768 rounds per minute, has virtually zero recoil with the setup that I'm about to give you, and on top of that has the highest damage multiplier for headshots that I've seen on an SMG in a long time, would you say that that's not overpowered? Or would you say that that just, you know, it's something to be admired by, but, you know, it's something that you really wouldn't run? So let me tell you how much damage this thing deals per headshot. 55. This thing has a 1.8 times multiplier on its damage for the head. Mind you that all of its torso shots are 34 per bullet within a 12-meter range. That means that anything that walks within your path is getting insta-melted. In core game modes, if you get 2 headshots back to back with the AUG, you have an effective time to kill of 78 milliseconds. If you get 2 headshots and a body shot and follow up with 2 more body shots with the AUG inside of Warzone, they will be asleep already. So what I'm proposing right now is that this no recoil maximum close range damage build that I'm giving you for this AUG is the best AUG build and probably the best SMG in the game currently. Run this thing and you're not losing any up close gunfights unless you just purely cannot aim, or maybe you got bamboozled by some nonsense or the game just screwed you. But I'm guaranteeing you right now that what you're about to see in this gameplay is ridiculous, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into this gameplay. is going on here?
Bounty target identified. You're clear to engage.
Nah, I don't remember this thing being like that. 40 meters up. Oh, that ADS speed is so slow, man. That might be my main drawback for this gun right now. Is that ADS speed. Let me get back where I can
overhead.
lane him with
Hostile
this
dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Shoot, I'm going back up top. What? Well, I thought I was. What window was that? Oh, there's two of them? Okay. Oh. Man, I really hope he's not camping this line. Nope, but somebody got boxed up here. Good God. Bro. Oh, we hitting like that, huh? We hitting like that today? Bro.
Such a pity.
Dear God, man. This thing's a two-shot hit. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. No. 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 No, 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 no.
Enemy UAV overhead.
No, no, no. No, 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 no. I'm right hearing footsteps back here. Who's back here hiding? That sounded way too close for comfort, my guy. Who's in there? I just wanted my supply mission.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I got a surface to get. This what we doing, huh? This what we doing? Oh my God. Oh my God.
I see one.
Bro, don't go through the back. Oh, what a disappointment. Alright, let me find a car real quick that I can take. There's a truck down here.
Spotted the vehicle.
I'm gonna go ahead, take the truck, toss a trophy on it, go to the supply mission, pick up my sulfurs, and bing bada boom. Oh my. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is he? Gimme.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Bro, that does not make sense. I think I might be in love with the foul again. Oh, baby. Let me get the headshots, kid. No, he left. Bro, this thing right here. Yes, sir. I'll put out the AUG just in case I need to sit there and really do anything with it.
The contract is settled. Good work out there.
I need targets. Send recon.
This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
Alright, this is gonna be a farmland ring for sure. So what I'm gonna have to do is use my knowledge of the farmland to try to figure out exactly where to go. Or I might just chill up in lumber on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill on lumber. Farmland is gonna be way too bad. If I go to lumber, I might have a ring.
He is out of fuel.
It's gonna take
Turning to
long,
resupply.
but if the ring ends up in lumber, I'll be good. He got team shotted in Warzone, bro. Yo, I need to take this man's dome off, man. Come on now.
Enemy there.
How am I not hitting you?
Got gas moving in.
Just a little blood.
Ten enemies remain.
Still alive.
Alright, AUG. I didn't realize we was hitting like that today. Alright. That hill's gonna have advantage. Try to take that. Gotta be careful though. Alright, let's check far right, see who's back here.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Check up here. I mean, I know I got gunfire up there, I just don't want to get greedy, you know? Sometimes that's how you get yourself killed, man. Especially when you don't know exactly where the gunfight took place. There we go right there. Broke armor, apparently? There's another guy up here.
Got gas moving in. Only 5 left.
Oh, you can't be serious, dude.
Okay.
It's always a Bruin, man. Oh, I have no plates. Oh, I needed that. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. I needed that, man. Check far right.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
4 people left. Oh boy. They have height advantage over there. I need to go left. Alright, I need to keep pushing left on the ring to see exactly where they're at and try to get some cover on these rocks right here.
Gas is closing in.
And then I should be able to catch whoever's trying to sneak out of somewhere over here. Got him. I know I saw another one down there. In the window. And then there's Riot Shield Boy. Got him, let's go, yo.
That is how
GG, man. That's what I'm talking about. Easy, light work, my guy. I'm really impressed with the AUG as an SMG. Like, that thing is slapping right now, man. And there's almost no recoil with the setup that I got. If I'd have to say anything about the file, I think I'd take the VOK off personally. But besides that, dude, that's about it, man. File plus the AUG, that might be my go-to loadout. Straight slapping kids up. Let's go, man. Alrighty, welcome back to the lab. So, what did we learn about pretty much both of the weapons that we're doing a review on? We learned that the FAL is still broken, in a good way, not a bad way. Now, what I did learn about the FAL is that the 2-shot headshot potential is ridiculous, man. Now, mind you, I haven't used the FAL since Season 1. I didn't get a chance to use it in Season 4 because of the break that I had to take due to, the COVID-19 issues and all. I didn't have COVID. At least I don't think I did. But a friend of mine had COVID and some life issues came up and I had to take care of that. But due to that, I didn't really get a chance to play through Season 4. And even if I had the time to play through Season 4, I probably wouldn't have. Simply because my mind just wasn't in the right place. But bottom line is, I hadn't used the FAL since Season 1. And to pick it up and see that everything that I wanted to happen to that weapon basically happened, that thing is in such a good place right now, it's not even funny, man. Like, it's perfect. Touch it anymore and it's just gonna be like, what are you doing, Infinity Ward? It was in a really good spot. But the real star of the show is this AUG, man. I knew going into this that this AUG was gonna basically be my knight in shining armor up close. When I tell you that this thing's headshot damage is stupid, I'm telling you that this thing right here, if you have not tried this setup, you need to go try it. Commando foregrip basically deletes all the vertical recoil because this thing doesn't have side-to-side horizontal recoil. Mind you, the recoil pattern on the AUG has always been good. It's the iron sights that, irritated the mess out of people. But if you could get used to the iron sights, because they're really not that difficult, they are some of the cleanest iron sights that I've used, honestly. In fact, I think my only gripe with this weapon is the fact that it has 32 rounds in the magazine, but this is why it's so perfect for solos. You typically never have to use 32 rounds on one person. So being able to have 32 rounds as extras just inside of solos is huge, because that's always going to give you enough ammo to down the person and finish them and still have a little bit left over to do something else if you need to. But I believe the real star of the AUG is this damage profile and the fact that it shares a similar damage profile to that of the CR56 AMAX, but shoots at 768 RPM with a 55 damaging headshot multiplier. 55 to the head. 55, man. 55 to the head at 768 RPM. That is ridiculous. That shouldn't even be possible, and it is. And I'm glad it is, because that gives the AUG something that makes it stand out. And for a lot of people that don't do the research on the weapons and cross the numbers and test things, they won't know that. They're going to get slapped up by the AUG and they'll start running it, but they won't know why they're running it. They'll just know that they got slapped up by it, somebody said it was OP, and then they went and put it on. I'm telling you right now that this is a no recoil, close to mid-range machine. It's going to wipe out MP5s. In fact, I believe the only bane of your existence is going to be the Fennec, because that thing puts out its damage so quickly, as low as it is, that it's hard to really deal with that thing up close. They really made that the 0 to 8 meter machine. But anything that comes in your way that is not running a Fennec is going straight to sleep. Now, that doesn't mean that the Fennec is the best SMG, because it's by far not the best SMG. But the Fennec shoots at, I believe, 900 or 1,000 rounds per minute. Its damage is so low that, think of it as just hitting you with a bunch of needles. Once you get hit with enough, you're gonna go and you're just gonna get paralyzed, man. And that's what the Fennec is. Where it lacks in damage, it makes up for in just constant damage. Like, you're just gonna get hit so many times that eventually you're just gonna fall over. But if you're able to widen that gap to a normal SMG range, which is 0 to 12 meters, the AUG right here is gonna outclass every other SMG in Warzone. Now, core, that's a different story. Obviously, you still got the MP5s running around, Fennecs running around, you don't have armor. But in Warzone, with the addition of armor, the AUG stands out because of its high damage profile, and I can't say anything bad about it. If you haven't used it, I highly recommend that you do. In fact, I'm going to make a new overpowered loadout. And I'm going to tell you right now that it's going to involve a CR56 AMAX and an AUG. Stay tuned for that. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe if you're not part of the community already. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.